All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're talking discrimination against little people. I have you with me, Victor and Nnamdi. Before the break, we're talking about relationships, and Nnamdi was making it passionate. So anyway, let's move on from that now. Just quickly wrap up now. Talk about government. Are there things, because I mean, we've talked disability on this show a lot, and a lot of the way Nigeria is set up generally, people with disabilities are almost not included in any way. Things like pedestrian bridges, there are no ramps for people with wheelchairs and stuff like that. How does this work for you living in Nigeria as a Nigerian?
Well,
Are there things you think government should be doing?
but actually, this is not even the first time we've individual organizations, groups, will be raising issues like this, demanding for at least an integration of physically challenged, especially challenged, to the society, and because voices are actually being raised to ensure that government listens. I still don't know where I might probably want to place it. I think in the last government, the last Lagos State government made a few attempts in bringing policies that will at least see physically challenged, especially challenged, integrated into the sector. And the policies were only restricted. I think they were restricted to health, transportation, and I think basically those two. But then the new government as well, I think what the current Lagos State governor has been able to do is to probably follow up on that. And I think he intended introducing new policies as well. But the major thing is this: it goes beyond that. It goes beyond just introducing policies. But we must also ensure we see these policies work, and not just work. We also need to at least see it should go beyond just ensuring we get free government transport system, we get free medical system. Get us involved fully. Talk about occupation. Are you making an attempt to also open rooms for physically challenged to be employed in the sector? And beyond just that, I mean, it should go around, not just restricting it to a few things. Because if other societies could, because sincerely, I follow up a lot of people in other societies, and I see how involving they are in their society, and the reason why that is so is because the government have actually created that enabling ground for them to explore their world and also contribute to the development of the society.
Now, besides government and Nnamdi, I mean, you're a creative, you work in the entertainment industry, creative industry. There are people who work in 9 to 5, and I've heard pleas from one or two people who say, oh, you go for an interview, and as soon as you walk in, the person interviewing you just wonders, oh, I didn't know this was who was coming for this interview. Even with the private sector, there's still that discrimination, right? Yes. What should we be looking at, hopefully, to change this?
I think the awareness needs to be stronger. And then I think people really need to understand that, the discrimination really needs to break. One of the things, I served in Kano State. I served in the military for my NYC, in 303 Flying Training School, and I was so fascinated by how the military runs. But I now said to myself that imagine there was no height requirement for the military. Do you know what people like myself and Victor will be so impactful into the military? We don't necessarily have to be wearing the camo. We might be on the field investigating issues, and we are the kind of people that when we go to a society, we acclimatize easily. In fact, in that mind, I said I wanted to enroll for military, but it's
But they have all these restrictions.
The restrictions.
So there's still a lot of work.
There still needs to be a lot of awareness, and the restriction needs to, in certain things, it needs to be looked at.
Well, thank you very much. I feel like this is a conversation we need to continue at some point. We'll probably have to call you back to continue this. Cool. You said you don't know if you're going to get married quickly. Are you going to get married?
Someday, yeah.
Okay, so you're not... maybe at George Clooney's age.
As long as I get married eventually.
Thank you very much, Victor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Take a break now. I'll come back with more entertainment. Please stay with us.